was Charlie Stewart.
He has numerous aliases and a long criminal history. Burglaries, robberies, violent crimes, and a current warrant on him out of the state of Florida. When you see somebody with that kind of criminal history that suddenly disappears the night of a homicide, nobody's heard from since, you know, I might be a little cynical as a law enforcement officer, but it makes you a little suspicious.
Lieutenant Chuck Zander from the Morgan County Sheriff's Office
Got myself
makes
a
several
McDonald's
visits to Stewart's home, a trailer in an isolated area. Each time, Stewart's wife tells him she has no idea where he is.
Do you have any idea when the last time you saw him?
Investigators also question Stewart's neighbors.
We'll be in touch.
Cashier.
We had received word that Charles Stewart had come to one of his neighbors, wanted him to cash a check on a dead man's account.
Today.
Of course, that sent flags for us.
I showed the
Convinced
touchdown
Mr.
of
Stewart
good
set
beef
his trailer
for
on fire
the
and
bathroom
ran
network.
outside shooting the can out. That was his words. That's the kind of person he was. That's the reason I didn't come.
The neighbor also tells investigators that the day before Nichols' murder, he saw Stewart in his Grand Prix with two other men. Unfortunately, he didn't get a good look at the men with Stewart. Agents and police hit another dead end. The FBI is involved in an intense manhunt to try and capture suspected murderer Charlie Stewart and shut down his identity theft ring. Agents already have one of his accomplices, Richard Dorman, in custody, but he hasn't been able to lead them to the fugitive.
Oh my goodness, I can hear
After
my
weeks of working the
conscious
stalled
there in the
case, the
background.
FBI
And
gets a break. Special Agent Paul Payton.
Someone calls me at the office and said that they had information that I needed to hear. This person tells us that the two people responsible for these murders are Billy Lyon and his father, Larry Lyon, both from Henderson, Kentucky.
According to the cooperator, Billy Lyon told her they intended to rob a tobacco store in Evansville, Indiana, where he used to work. He planned to kill the manager and steal the safe.
And that was supposed to happen fairly quickly. So, with this information, a new sense of urgency is placed on the case where we not only have old murders, but now we have one that's pending. So we have to
I
act
took care of this
immediately on
guy
it.
for almost 10 years.
Lieutenant Frank Groff, the Henderson County, Kentucky Sheriff's Office.
Agent Paul Pape and I, along with City Police, set up a photo array which consists of 6 or more photographs of like individuals who look similar. And we showed that to Dorman.
Dorman quickly picks Larry Lyon and his son, 18-year-old Billy Lyon, out of the photo array.
We initiate surveillance on Billy Lyon's house in Evansville, Indiana, with the FBI and the Evansville police. And we also have the house in Henderson, Kentucky, where Larry Lyon is living under surveillance. The plan was to go obtain search warrants and arrest warrants both in Indiana and Kentucky for the two suspects, their houses, their cars, and get everyone coordinated, bring up the extra help from surrounding areas to coordinate these searches. But as all plans go, this one didn't work out.
Billy Lyon leaves his house and heads toward Henderson, where his father lives.
So at this point we have to make a decision. Do we let Billy Lyon go and run the risk of, one, losing him, or two, him going to Larry Lyon's house and coordinate with him to go do this tobacco store murder? So we made the decision that we needed to stop Billy Lyon, arrest him.
Driver!
Shortly after they entered into the state of Kentucky, they Henderson Police Department pulled Billy Lyon's vehicle over, along with undercover units from Evansville PD and the FBI, and we took Billy Lyon into custody.
Me out with Devin. Again.
Agents questioned Billy Lyon at the Evansville police station.
You could tell from his attitude that he knew at that point that the gig was up. He is obviously apprehensive about speaking to us.
As Billy is being questioned, Henderson deputies maintain surveillance on his father's residence. They observe Larry Lyon leave in a hurry.
He's leaving now. Go pick him up.
Authorities fear Lyon has heard about his son being arrested and that he's trying to make a run for it. Lieutenant Frank Grubb.
At that point in time, I believe he had one city cruiser that's behind him that initiates a stop. The city officer would hold his position until other officers arrived. But Larry Lyon never gave that chance to happen.
Larry Lyon is rushed to a hospital in Evansville, where he dies of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. At the Evansville police station, Special Agent Pate continues to question Billy Lyon.
My thought is if I tell him that his father had just killed himself, that will be the end of the interview. Understandably. So I didn't tell him about his father at that point. I continued with the interview. At first it was almost like pulling teeth to try to get him to say anything. He really opened up when I told him that I knew Charlie Stewart was behind this and that he was responsible.